Let's be real for a second. Have you ever felt like you're just constantly fighting with your software? Like you have to bend your entire workflow to fit its rigid, clunky rules? Well, what if a company was built from the ground up to do the exact opposite? To build software that actually adapts to us? Today, we're going to take a look at a company with a really fascinating model for how to do just that. They're called OtreraLabs. So, what exactly is OtreraLabs? Well, they call themselves a specialized engineering collective. And those words are chosen very carefully. This isn't your typical agency or some giant faceless corporation. It really paints a picture of a small, super focused group of experts who are just dedicated to their craft. And that's pretty key to how they do everything. And this is their North Star. This one sentence explains pretty much everything you need to know about them. It's such a powerful mission statement because it directly challenges decades of user frustration, right? Instead of making us learn these complex, non-intuitive systems, their whole goal is to build things that are flexible and truly centered on what we, the humans, actually need. Now, to actually pull off a mission like that, you can't just build the company the same old way. You have to start from scratch. So let's break down their philosophy, what makes them different. And this isn't just about writing code, it's about the entire business structure that makes their vision possible in the first place. Okay, this is where it gets really interesting. Their whole operation is built on these three pillars. First, they are 100% indie. They've taken zero venture capital. You know what that means? Their only boss is the quality of their work, not some investor breathing down their neck for quarterly returns. Second, no sales teams, which is huge, and we'll circle back to that in a sec. And finally, everything they build is anti-fragile, meaning it's designed to be flexible and, crucially, to avoid locking you into a single vendor. So remember that no sales team thing? Here's why it's a game changer. The communication channel is completely pure. There are no middlemen. You talk directly with the senior engineers, the people who are actually architecting and building your project. This just completely eliminates all that miscommunication, that whole game of telephone that happens between a sales pitch and what engineering actually delivers. All right, so that's their business philosophy. Super different. But how do they actually do the work? How can a small indie collective deliver such high-level engineering? Well, this brings us to their operational core, what they call the hybrid engine. This really breaks it down perfectly. Think of it like a tag team. They pair their human engineers with a whole swarm of autonomous AI agents. This way, the humans don't get bogged down in all the tedious, repetitive stuff. Instead, they get to focus on the big picture, right? The high-level architecture, the creative problem-solving. Meanwhile, the AI agents are the workhorses, handling the rest, all the routine monitoring, drafting initial code, and all that operational busy work. And this is the absolute key. You gotta understand, they're not trying to replace engineers with AI. It's not about automation, it's about augmentation. It's all about freeing up our most valuable resource, human creativity and critical thinking, so it can be applied where it really truly matters the most. So you can start to see how this all connects, right? Everything we've talked about, being independent, the direct communication, this hybrid engine, it's all in service of one ultimate goal: creating that human-centric future that they're aiming for. And the actual tangible thing you get from this whole approach is what they call agentic architectures. Now, these aren't just some black box solution they hand you. These are flexible systems that are designed to live inside your own infrastructure. That's a big deal. It gives you control, it prevents that dreaded vendor lock-in, and it means the software can actually evolve and adapt as your needs change over time. And look, this is not just theory. OtreraLabs makes it really clear they aren't just consultants who show up, deliver a few slide decks, and then disappear. No way. They are builders. They ship real working code, and they launch entire ventures, proving that their model actually works out in the real world. Which, brings us right back to where we started. OtreraLabs is putting out this really compelling blueprint for a completely different way of building things, and it leaves us with a pretty powerful question to chew on. What would our digital world actually look and feel like if every single piece of software was built from the ground up to serve and adapt to us, and not the other way around?